welcome to each and every one of you in the room, whether you're personally impacted by acquired brain injury, or you simply, thank you, good reviews already in, or if you have a determination to do what you can to support all those people who are affected. Before we go much further, we've got a couple of special guests with us today. And we'll be seeing each of them throughout the ceremony. In the meantime, let's give a very warm welcome to Headway Vice President and double Olympic gold medalist, Mr. James Cracknell. Where are you? And his Vice President. Just stand. I'll be up on stage later. It's very clean. That moment is coming. Iconic music legend also with us, Mr. Mark Almond. Mark, where are you? He's there. He will be here. Very, very shortly. And captain, I can see him, of the Great Britain Paralympic football team, Jack Rutter, is already standing up. And the most entertaining engineer you are ever going to meet. Mr. Eric Rolls, you can see there. Mr. Eric Rolls, of course, have to go to our 12 amazing finalists on the side of the stage. This is the fourth year that I've had the privilege of hosting this event and introducing these amazing people. It's so inspiring. We're here to acknowledge them and thank them. Every year, I'm left speechless when I read about these people's experiences for the first time, their achievements, the dedication of all of these exceptional people. For most of us in the room, it is pretty hard to comprehend the challenges that these people have faced, the strength and courage that you've shown as well through those challenges. So on behalf of everyone here today, please accept our heartfelt congratulations. Have a fantastic day as well. So today's finalists represent many thousands of other people across the UK doing incredible things to prove that there is life after brain injury. One of those people is Michael Mayborn. He's from Kilmarnock. Those of you who joined us for the awards last year might remember Michael. He was presented with the Alex Richardson Achiever of the Year award. Michael's shown amazing courage in rebuilding his life after an unprovoked attack by a gang of 12 thugs left him with a life-changing traumatic brain injury. He's also demonstrated selfless determination to use his experiences to help others by fundraising for Headway Ayrshire. And far from resting on his laurels there, Michael's continued to help Headway raise awareness of brain injury by sharing his story.
Directly before the assault, I just moved into Swansea to start in nursing. I was literally 2 days away from starting the course when I was jumped. I got knocked to the ground, cracked my skull on pavement and woke up over a month later, I think. When I woke up, I did not know anybody, family, friends who were all there, were complete strangers. I didn't know who anybody was. I was completely paralysed on the left side. I think there was a lot of painkillers involved, so I think I was subdued most of the time. I was in hospital for 6 months. At that point, the whole recovery process was my life. That was it. So you can, like, I have a scar here. It starts here and goes all the way around there, and everything pretty much under my hand is titanium now. For 2 years, I went without a skull there, like nothing there, just hollow. It was horrendous. It was nasty. You could touch it. You could feel the softness of the brain underneath it. I think I stagger, balance, and I'm very conscious of that, or subconscious at least, that I look as if I've been drunk or on drugs or something. I have coordination problems. I'm really overly clumsy. I know a lot of people are clumsy over the norm. Headway came into this journey quite early. I don't think it's possible to stress how much help that they gave to my parents. The biggest part of it would be to explain my brain damage, explain all the nuances and literature, give hints and advice on how to care for me, what sort of emotional support I would need as well as physical support, you know. I like the new me. I like I'm less selfish, less self-absorbed than I was. Don't drink. That's a good thing. I've been drinking 10 years now. I'm better. I mean, happier. Strangely enough, I know that people might find that strange or ironic or whatever, but I'm happier. I've had to work a lot harder to get where I am, you know. Yeah, I'm happier, I think. Better place.
You've seen there's one of a number of personal testimony and social scenario films that are designed to increase the public's understanding of brain injury. You're going to see a couple more films throughout today's event. I'd also urge you all to find the time to visit the charity's new website, which is braininjuryandme.org.uk. You'll be able to see that and many more of those excellent productions. Now, time to focus on this year's finalists and the awards. As many of you will already know, Headway Vice President James Cracknell sustained a traumatic brain injury back in 2010 while cycling in Arizona. He's worked hard to rebuild his life over the past 7 years. Knows a thing or two about life after brain injury as well. So to assist in distributing the awards, please welcome James Cracknell. Okay, so our first category today, ladies and gentlemen, is the Alex Richardson Achiever of the Year Award, sponsored by Slater and Gordon Lawyers. Now, Alex Richardson was a young man with a really bright future who tragically passed away as a result of a traumatic brain injury. Since then, his family and his friends have achieved incredible things in his memory in order to help other families affected by brain injury. And I'm delighted to say that Alex's parents, Chris and Annie Richardson, are here today, and I'd like to invite them onto stage now to make the presentations alongside Deborah Johnson from Slater and Gordon Lawyers. So everyone will know if you're associated with Headway, that brain injury can happen to anyone at any time. What we don't know, though, is how we've reacted. It actually happened to us, and most of us will never know how much strength, how much courage is required to rebuild someone's life from scratch. Our three finalists today have not only shown those qualities in abundance, but they've demonstrated a passion to doing whatever they can to then help other people as well. So it's time to celebrate them. Please put your hands together for our first finalist from Headway North Belfast, Arthur Moore. So Arthur's story, just a few days after his 18th birthday, he crashed his new motorbike. The accident resulted in 4 fractures to his skull and left him with a traumatic brain injury. Over 4 decades later, Arthur's brain injury still affects him in a number of ways, including intolerance to noise, severe mood swings as well. Since joining his local Headway group in Larne, Arthur has been a passionate and determined campaigner. He used his own personal experience to raise awareness of brain injury and generate vital funding for Headway services in Northern Ireland. Nice few snaps. And Arthur, if you do take a look behind you, you can see a small message from one or two of your friends.
Hi Arthur, it's Steve here, currently filming from a secret location that you don't know about. The reason being I've tried to film this video about 3 or 4 times at our group meetings, and you always film before everyone else and you leave about an hour afterwards. And it's not the kind of dedication that you're being rewarded for today. So you've helped me to set up services, you've helped make people feel welcome when they come to groups, and you've been Headway's biggest advocate in Northern Ireland the entire time I've known you. You're known for your approachability, your compassion, and for having a seemingly endless supply of sweets. And we all love you for those very reasons. So thank you for everything you've done for me, everything you've done for the organisation, every person in Headway who you've come across. Hope we've had a great day so far. I'll see you very soon, and good luck, mate. See ya.
When others are struggling. I have watched Arthur over this 5 years and have saw a big change from a quiet man full of uncertainty, no confidence and lost, coming out of the darkness into the light. So I feel if anyone deserves this award, it's our Arthur.
You really are a true ambassador for the Headway network in Northern Ireland. It has been an honour, it is a privilege to work alongside you. Sometimes I don't think you actually fully appreciate your own value and worth, but we sincerely hope that by putting you forward for this award and seeing the support from your colleagues here in Northern Ireland, that you begin to see just how much you mean to all of us. On that note, I would just like to wish you the very best for today. I hope that you and Elaine enjoy the event. And in your own words, I would like to say bye for now.
Okay, so our second finalist in this category is from Headway Gloucestershire. It's Daniel Reeves. Contracted encephalitis after a bout of chickenpox in September 2009. His cognition and his mobility were seriously affected. He became reliant on using a wheelchair. He also suffered regular bouts of severe anxiety, depression, and debilitating pain. Showing incredible determination, Daniel began training in his wheelchair, culminating in completing a 10K event. Even more impressively, in October this year, completed the Cheltenham Half Marathon as well. As you can see, rather impressive. Friends at Headway Gloucestershire have a message as well.
Hi Danny, hi Ruth. Always here at Headway Gloucestershire. Really hope that you are enjoying an incredibly special day, celebrating your shortlisting for the Alex Richardson Achiever of the Year title at Dorchester. We're absolutely delighted for you. It's no surprise to us at Headway Gloucestershire that you have been shortlisted, because for us, we are so inspired and proud of what you've achieved across the last 7 years since encephalitis took so much from you in 2009. We have 2 key photographs that we'd like to share with the audience, just to document how far you've travelled.
Do you remember this time, Danny? This photograph was taken in 2011, when your life was completely dictated to by the debilitating level of depression, anxiety and fatigue that you were enduring. You had such a lot of head pain and you had to wear sunglasses inside due to hypersensitivity to noise and light. When you'd come into Headway to take part in activities, you'd often have to take yourself off midday to the bedroom to go and have a good sleep, just to be able to manage the rest of the day. Life was hard for you, Ruth and Oscar. It really was. Jump forward to 2017, just October, and it's astonishing to see this photograph of you. This is you after you completed the Cheltenham Half Marathon in your wheelchair. To do this meant training independently and combating your fatigue. You've achieved so much more as well as this across the 7 years that Headway family has known you. It's incredible. Well done, Danny. Your determination to get the most from life despite what encephalitis took from you in 2009 is inspiring for so many.
And so we come to the winner of the 2017 Alex Richardson Achiever of the Year Award from Headway, Coventry and Warwickshire, Natalie Parr. Natalie sustained her brain injury in 2002 after contracting a disorder of the body's immune system which starved her brain of oxygen. At the age of just 25, she was left paralysed from the chest down. But earlier this year, Natalie undertook her Duke of Edinburgh Diamond Award, using special ropes and hoists to climb a number of iconic buildings, including Blackpool Tower and Tower Bridge. Yeah. As if that's not enough, Natalie's also raised £10,000 for Headway Commentary in Warwickshire since the start of the
Natalie is worth every award you could give her, because Natalie always comes to the Headway meetings with a smile on her face.
Nobody in this world would be better than her. She deserves anything. The award, definitely.
And that is a very lovely person. The achievement is showing me to come out and enjoy myself as well as hers.
And Joy got a smile on her face.
Really inspires everybody that's around her. She sometimes puts us to shame with everything she does. She throws herself in heartedly. I've never seen her sad. Nat's got a smile for everybody. We love her so much. She deserves us all.
This is what we think of Natalie Parr.
Special.
The best. Friend.
Enchanting. Gifty. Got.
Unique. Cheer.
Slater and Gordon Boyers as well. Okay, on to our next award. It's Carer of the Year. It's sponsored by Sweet Tree Home Care Services, and Erica Turner is here to help us present these awards alongside James. Why not? Come on. Supporting or caring for someone with a brain injury can be extremely challenging in lots of different ways. It leaves people physically, mentally, emotionally exhausted as well. And the tragic irony of that is often the person that they're actually caring for is the person they would turn to support in getting through those challenges. Yet the role of supporting partners, parents, friends, family can be crucial in giving someone the courage to rebuild their life after brain injury. And today's finalists have never sought acknowledgement for their efforts. I'm sure you'll agree though they are most certainly worthy of admiration today. The first finalist from Headway, Swindon and District is Colleen Campbell. So Colleen just qualified as a carer when in 2012 her fiancé Andrew sustained a severe brain injury in a motorbike crash. Andrew was in a coma for around 8 weeks and spent a year in hospital where Colleen visited him every day. Rather than starting a new career, Colleen found herself caring for the love of her life while looking after their 2 young children as well, one of whom was just 9 months old, and a mother as well, who just a month after Andrew's accident was diagnosed with throat cancer. Colleen, speak.
I was over the moon when I heard that Colleen had made it to a finalist for the award. She's so deserving, works so hard to keep her and the family together, and always puts everyone's needs before her own. She and Andrew are absolutely devoted to each other, and nothing would make her happier than to walk up the aisle with him one day.
In the world that has happened to me ever. She's been there to support me ever since.
Colleen truly deserves to win this award, as she is a great inspiration to us all. She's dedicated her life to Andrew and her family, and no matter what has happened at home, every time I see her, she always has a smile on her face.
I wanted to nominate Colleen for this award because she's truly deserving. She gives so much time and effort to rehabilitation for Andrew and supporting her 2 children who were very small when this happened. And she told me about the time in the hospital that she had to spoon feed her baby and Andrew at the same time, and it was just truly inspirational, and I feel that she's very deserving.
For me, Colleen has always been one of those people that puts Andrew first. Every time she comes to the centre, she's always interested in what he's been doing. She's just a fabulous carer for Andrew.
Good luck, Colleen from Headway, Swindon.
From Headway East Northants is Daniel Wood. Now Daniel can't be with us today. Him and his partner Dawn are currently in a much warmer Mexico, and we're delighted to invite Daniel's mother Joan Wood onto the stage to represent him. So back in 2015, Daniel and Dawn were involved in a car crash that left Dawn with a traumatic brain injury. In the days following that crash, the prospects of Dawn making a good recovery looked pretty bleak, but Daniel refused to leave her side. Now, when Dawn eventually did return home, he adapted his whole life to help her cope with the effects of that injury, which included serious mobility problems, fatigue, and dyspraxia as well. It was Dawn who nominated Daniel, saying that everything he does means more than I can ever show him. It's because of him that I get up every day and I fight a new day. Here's what the team at Headway East Northants think about Dan.
Everyone at Headway East Northants was delighted when we heard that Dan Wood has been nominated for Carer of the Year. Nobody plans to deal with a brain injury, so Dan has had to learn so much after his wife Dawn was brain injured. Dan has dealt with many tasks and challenges that you don't normally want to deal with, but he does it all with good humour and with a smile. So much so that Dawn, his #1 fan, nominated him for Carer of the Year from Headway UK. We at Headway East Northants are delighted, and we've got a special message for Dan.
Good afternoon.
So that brings us to the 2017 Carer of the Year, Natasha Cassidy. Natasha's partner Paul was subject to vicious assault that left him with a fractured skull and a traumatic brain injury. Natasha received support from the Headway Helpline as well as a grant from the charity's emergency fund to pay for her daily bus trips to and from the hospital. She now volunteers at Headway's charity shop in Cheadle as a means of saying thank you. She's also trained to become a counsellor in order to support other people who are affected by brain injury. Paul, who nominated Natasha for this award, has said this: I know I wouldn't have made such a fantastic recovery if it wasn't for Natasha. She is truly amazing and inspiring woman. Couldn't agree. Natasha, it's for you.
Well, my Natasha, has got her hands full all the time. Not only is she taking care of me, mum with a brain injury, she's also taking care of the kids. And also doing her college work, so she has got her hands full. She is a woman in so many ways. Natasha always makes sure that I'm at all my appointments for the doctors, or my neuropsychiatrist, Dr. Ankin. I know most importantly as well, always make sure that I take my medication 3 times a day, in the morning, the afternoon and night, because I'm on much medication due to my head. She is, I'm concerned. I'd like to thank Natasha, because Natasha is the love of my life, and without Natasha, I'd be nowhere. So that's why I've nominated her for this award, because she does deserve it, the Carer of the Year.
Now, no charity would be able to function effectively without, of course, volunteers. Across the UK, thousands of people are giving their time, their energy and their expertise to supporting Headway. Indeed, there are many people in this very room who fall into that category. In fact, a good opportunity for a show of hands. Raise it if you've ever volunteered for Headway locally or nationally in any capacity. Good. Good. To those of you who raised your hand, big thank you. For those who didn't, no lucky street, no, it's fine. Headway staff are going to be going around today. They will be able to present you with plenty of opportunities to change that in 2018, so please engage them in conversation. In the meantime, we're going to thank 3 very special people who are true Headway heroes. Firstly, before the awards, welcome to the stage Adam Dill from sponsor Anthony Gold Solicitors. And welcome to our first finalist from Headway Southampton, it's Paul Dyke. So here's Paul's story. After suffering optical nerve damage at the age of 19, Paul was diagnosed with intracranial hypertension. It's a build-up of pressure on the brain caused by excessive fluid. His eyesight steadily deteriorated, he's been registered blind for the last 15 years. In spite of those health problems, this father of three has dedicated the past 6 years of his life to supporting brain injury survivors and the work of Headway Southampton. Whether he's helping service users relearn how to cook, hosting afternoon tea, I hear, with scones in his area of the garden, Paul is always doing what he can to support brain injury survivors and also raise awareness for charity. Paul, a few of your friends have a special message for you.
Paul is a good volunteer because despite all of Paul's own personal issues, he actually can put that aside and he can really focus on what the service users, the clients need. So he can help them with cooking, he can sit down and talk with them, and he can actually perhaps help them think, gosh, if Paul can do this, maybe I can do a little bit of other things as well.
Hi Paul, Stuart here. Just to wish you good luck and thank you for the times at the concerts and the cooking we've done together.
Thank you Paul and Joey for being wonderful volunteers. Thank you for your help at sailing and at the driving range.
Paul's very good at showing people what to do in any situation.
Thank you, Paul!
Thank you, Paul! Thank you, Paul! Thank you, Paul! Thank you, Paul! Thank you, Paul!
Thank you, Paul and Joey! Good luck!
Special day, eat the cake and enjoy.
Our next finalist in this category is Colin Robertson. So Colin sustained a traumatic brain injury when he was brutally assaulted by 3 men on a night out in Livingston. At first, Colin struggled to complete basic everyday tasks, even struggled to remember his children's names or where he lived. But Colin then began volunteering for Headway back in 2009. Today, he's involved with numerous Headway groups and branches across Scotland, helping to arrange events, volunteering on committees, educating children about road safety and cycle balance as well. Colin, this one's for you.
I would just like to say that Colin Robertson is one of the most genuine people you'll find. He is always willing to help. Nothing seems to be any problem for him. He's helped a great deal in Perth and Kinross, although it's not his area, but he managed to come up and help me with a client I have up there. I couldn't recommend him more highly.
And we'd like to talk about Colin and see what he's helped with. He came to Dunbar and is looking to help us with a challenge day that we did, and he helped with lots of things.
He's done a bicycle challenge as well, and he puts his full 200% into anything he does, and he's Colin, he's wonderful.
He's good, he helps us lots, he helps everybody, he doesn't just think of himself, he helps others with brain injuries and helps us all go forward and do great things that he has done in the past during recovery.
And on behalf of all Scotland groups and branches, and Headway East Lothian and the Broad Committee team, I would just like to thank you for all your input. You've been wonderful and all in your own time, and just for the benefit of all our brain injury survivors and their carers.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so the award for Volunteer of the Year goes to, from Headway Basingstoke, Sandy Johnson. 20 years ago, Sandy's son Daniel sustained a dramatic brain injury. He was left for dead in a hit-and-run incident. When Daniel started to attend Headway Basingstoke, Sandy was asked whether he would like to volunteer, and he's been doing so ever since. Over the past 2 decades, Sandy has donated thousands of hours of his own time to the charity. He's taken on every job going, from motivating clients to engage in their rehab activities, to taking people on trips to the garden centre, the swimming pool, the kind of things that they wouldn't be able to enjoy if it wasn't for the generosity that he's shown. He's even been known, apparently, to put on a maid's pinafore for Christmas, and an elf costume as well. Okay. Lots of info. Sandy, your friends at Headway Basingstoke have a message for you.
He's absolutely fantastic. He's a 100% genuine gentleman, and the nicest person anyone could wish to meet.
I'm so grateful he's not to get better. He's very kind and caring. I'm very thankful for that.
Andy's the best guy in the world, to me anyways. He's done great things for us, really great things.
I'm really, really happy to have Sandy with us on a daily basis. Thank you, Sandy, for everything what you've done for Headway. He's fantastic.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Sandy.
If ever there was a deserving person, this is the deserving person for such an award.
Thank you. Applause. Our final category today is the Stephen McAleese Outstanding Contribution to Headway Award. It's sponsored by Number 5 Barristers Chambers. This award is fittingly named after a young man who made an outstanding contribution to Headway. Following his own brain injury, Stephen McAleese dedicated his life to helping other people. He was passionate, caring, determined to do all he could to improve life for other people affected by brain injury. Stephen's parents, John and Susan, are here once again. They've agreed to help present this award, so please welcome them onto the stage alongside Simon Fox from Number 5. So, our first finalists in the category today from Headway Sheffield, Barbara Harris. So Barbara is a founding member of Headway Sheffield. She's proved invaluable to the charity for nearly 30 years. For those 3 decades, Barbara has supported the group's social events, providing not only organisational skills but also sharing her clinical expertise as an occupational therapist to support and advise people as appropriate. Her determination to help people with brain injuries, unwavering, her enthusiasm and motivation to support individuals and their families is fairly immense. So congratulations. There's a lot of shuffling going on. It's like musical chairs. Barbara, there is a special thing for you as well.
Bob, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work and you for the growth. You're always loyal and you're very caring. You've always got to listen to what we have to say.
And she's covering with everybody. You're very helpful. And when you're in the finish,
that's appreciated by everybody who's involved in Sheffield Headway.
We've seen many volunteers come and go, who've always looked at it and done an excellent job over the years.
Our next finalist from Headway Suffolk is Jeffrey Knight. Jeffrey has volunteered at Headway Suffolk for more than 2 decades, selflessly devoting his time, his energy and his expertise to helping the charity and those we support. He's been a trustee and a treasurer of Headway Suffolk as well since 2000, overseeing the accounts and offering a constant source of support as well. Jeffrey's always been keen to offer his support in any other way he can as well. This has included helping to teach swimming, driving the charity's minibus as well, helping with an array of fundraising events too, and offering a listening ear to service users and their families. Jeffrey, message over for you as well.
Jeff Knight has been our treasurer on the board of trustees for 20 years. He helps to keep us on the straight and narrow and make sure we don't spend too much money.
He helps us to swim. Something makes just as well sometimes.
He's a reassuring man and always there to encourage us.
And blankets.
Jeff, we think you're wonderful and deserve this award. 3 cheers for Jeff. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
So our final award of the day, the 2017 Stephen Mantley's Outstanding Contribution to Headway Award goes to Headway Cardiff's Pauline Watts. The moment she joined Headway Cardiff as a volunteer almost 20 years ago, her commitment and passion for helping fairly obvious. Her skills and attributes instantly apparent as she immediately began building a rapport with service users, whatever their background. Within a year, despite her own serious health problems, she became a trustee and a key member of the group's fundraising committee. She's helped develop a number of services, including community social groups and outreach services too. Although she has now retired from her trustee and fundraising duties, Pauline continues to volunteer at the group's Independence and Wellbeing Centre twice a week. Headway Cardiff, I want to say thanks.
He's always been there for me. She's the one that kept me reading. You know, I never read pre-aneurysm, but she knows her books inside out, back to front, authors a lot. And she really, really egged me on to read. I hate books, and I've got to thank her for that. She's always got a coffee ready for me every day. When I come in every Friday, it's there waiting. She's just, I don't know, she's just always there for you. Approachable, secretive. You can have a little chat with Pauline, you know it's not going anywhere. I don't know, you could just confide in her.
It's just fantastic. She works tirelessly in the centre. The way that she works with every individual in the centre is quite phenomenal and is a role model to any of the volunteers. We are very grateful for everything that she does.
She is an absolutely unique individual in the amount that she gives to people. Just doesn't realise the positive effect and support that she's given.
She's always got time, you know, it's too late for her.
scratch the surface and actually comes to the incredible achievements and the dedication of all these finalists. So I would once again urge you to read about their inspirational stories on the Headway website. In the meantime, one more time for our 12 fantastic